am I autistic? Like, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. And I'd be intaking all of this stuff that tells me, yes, I am. And then some stuff would be like, no, you're not. Just like anytime I got that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm understood. Oh my God, there's a place that makes sense for me. Oh my God, this might be the answer. It felt so, so good. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to a spot where I feel certain about this. I've been studying autism for the past 6 years. I haven't gotten to the place that I wanted to be from studying all this stuff. So I'll tell you a little bit about what goes on for me, what I'm thinking about with all this stuff. I'm going to tell you about the meaning I'm making out of it. And then I'm going to be talking about you and how it applies to you. I kind of got this curiosity and it created an obsession. I'd tap into the obsession sometimes and then I'd tap out of it. The obsession would just get so intense where I'm just like, am I autistic? It just felt so good to be understood, to find a community, to be like, I'm not the only one like this. So I found it really, really surprising when went in for an assessment and it was just like totally, totally not the vibe. They weren't like, yes, you totally make sense. They're more like, okay, yeah, I get you, but no. And that is something that I've talked about on this channel before. And I'm finding myself at this place where I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to a spot where I know I'm autistic. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to a spot where I know I'm something else. I don't know if there's ever going to be an answer for me. Part of that scares me so much. And I think like lots of people who like intake this kind of content on YouTube are looking for answers like why am I like this? Um and like that is such a tender place to be. Like looking for reasons, looking for understanding. And there's something about that for me of like really really wondering what's wrong with me? What's up with me? It varies. I don't always wonder if there's something wrong with me, but sometimes I just want to know what is it that's going on for me. And I'm just really really wanting to understand. And wanting to understand is so so human. But like what if I can never find the answer? What if nothing ever feels like enough? What do I do with that? Because if I were truly just looking for a solid answer, then why doesn't the answer of like, no, you're not autistic feel like enough? Why doesn't it feel enough? And I think it's because it's not explaining or touching on all of those smaller, those, the feelings and the intimate experiences that I have that are basically like reactions to the world being too loud, to life being very challenging, and to like feeling extremely aware of my sensory experiences. My question is, how am I going to be okay if I don't get the answer? I'm currently in the process of looking at another place that seems to be much more neurodivergent, affirming, and more up to date. Like they are more, they know how to, they have experience diagnosing adults, diagnosing high maskers. But I find myself while I'm going through this process just feeling like down, feeling like depressed, feeling like deflated. Like I'm like, is it even worth it? Like gaslighting myself, thinking like I don't even know if I have this stuff. And I know there are so many people on here that'll be like, trust yourself, like you know you the best. And I believe that. And I also just feel like I don't know. It is really, really challenging to just be like, I trust myself despite what other people say. I know you guys get it, but man, is it hard. Don't cry. It's okay to cry. So, what I'm trying to do now is just lean into the idea that I might not ever know. If I do eventually find out, yes, you were autistic this whole time, how can I be okay right now? You know? And letting myself not know. That's kind of a quiet spot to be in because if I don't know and I'm not on the hunt to find out, then I'm just where I am right now. And The way I feel like it relates to you, to the viewer, is because I think that sometimes on the internet and sometimes in life, things that I correlate with autism are like being a bit naive, like for me at least, like taking people at their word, like believing people who have very strong perspectives and opinions and thinking, wow, like they really know what they're talking about. I don't know if that's how the rest of you think. Let me know if you do. But I think something that I haven't seen a ton of online is people who are, well, I've seen it on Reddit and I've seen it like in comments and stuff. But in videos, I haven't seen people who are like, I can't tell. Like sometimes I feel like I'm autistic and sometimes I'm not sure. I'm trying to share that experience with you because I think that that's okay. It's like, when people are saying, like, you can't love someone else until you love yourself. So I don't think that that's necessarily true. I think you can love yourself, love other people, and then work on loving yourself. I think that that's possible. I don't think you have to be perfect in order to find serenity and peace. I don't think you have to know in order to accept yourself. At least that's what I'm trying to learn. My challenge is like, can you love yourself without understanding yourself? I really, really feel like I need to understand myself in order to be okay. If that's not accessible to me at the moment, then what? Then what? So, my goal right now is to lean into that discomfort, work on having some tenderness towards my anxieties, and work on loving myself as I am. And as I go through this period, I'm going to continue sharing with you what it's like. What am I learning? What am I finding? I'm really, really grateful to be able to share this stuff with you guys. Thank you so much for being willing to hear me out if you're at this point in the video. I just want to reconnect to that human part of us, that not knowing, the part of us that's the universe trying to understand itself. I just want to be like trudging buddies. Like, let us be friends along the way on the journey of life. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? Like, if there will ever be certainty around so many things. But, like, in the midst of it all, can we find some moments of peace? And, yeah, I'm hoping to just, foster that with you guys. Um, In the meantime, I hope you find at least one thing that makes you smile today. I hope that you remember to eat. This is your reminder. Make sure you're fed. Make sure you drink some water. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.